All right, that pastor guy back here with you. Quick video on what I think is probably the number one Thanksgiving gathering tip I can give you. Before I get into that, I said this channel would be about three things that I'm passionate about in life. Number one is Jesus, number two is flying airplanes, and number three is real estate. And today I'm gonna go to that first one that I think is probably gonna be the least popular, get the least amount of questions or likes or views or whatever. But it's the number one thing that I'm passionate about in my life, and that's Jesus. Now, I'm not gonna get all preachy. I'm not gonna give you a sermon. What this is gonna be is the number one tip as you gather with your family this holiday weekend. This is especially important if you have a pastor or another church worker in your family that's going to be gathered with you for that big family meal. Okay, you ready for it? Do not expect your pastor family member to be the one to pray for Thanksgiving dinner. I know it sounds crazy and you're like, why is he even bringing this up? But the reason I bring it up is because I remember early on in my faith walk, and especially when I became a pastor, I got it all the time. Like every single family gathering was like, oh, Jason can pray because he's the pastor, so his words must mean a lot more to God than ours. Well, that's not true at all. God loves every single one of us to talk to him the exact same amount, right? And so I want to encourage you to step up and be the one to maybe fill that gap. Don't just call on the pastor person to pray because for some reason you think that their words are holier. They're not. We're all talking to the same God who loves us all the exact same amount, okay? So, don't expect your pastor family member to pray, and instead be the one to step up and do it yourself. Now, I know that that's intimidating, right? Because the pastor has the nice, beautiful words, right? He says thou and thou'lt and shalt and all these weird other, adjectives and verbs and stuff. I don't really understand how it works. And he's got this really nice flow. It just kind of comes off of his tongue, and he uses God's favorite word, which is just. He uses it a lot. Just, God, we just pray for just this meal and just these people. And you know what? Your prayer doesn't have to sound anything like that. I actually get bored with the typical Christian prayers, right? Just make it a normal conversation. Be thankful about the things that you're actually thankful about. Talk to God about those things. Hey, God, thanks for the opportunity to wake up and live and breathe today in a free country. Thanks for these awesome people that I'm gathered around. And you know what? Thanks for those delicious looking, flaky, buttery Grand's crescent rolls over there. I can't wait to chow down on them. That can be your Thanksgiving prayer. And if you didn't have one before, there it is. You can use that verbatim, and you'll be taking a huge load off of your pastor friends' shoulders or your pastor family members' shoulders, and you'll be exercising your prayer ability as well. So that's all I got for you today. Have a great and happy Thanksgiving with your families, and until I see you next time, stay safe.